First of all, my name is Roy Blussaw. I grew up in Seattle, Washington.
Mr. Jab Nash. What's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
My name is Kylie Hampton. I also go by Killa or Kai. I was born and raised here in Seattle, really Renton, Washington.
Me and my 4 youngest siblings end up moving in with my dad's mom.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Talk to the Town podcast, where we'll be highlighting, archiving, and promoting Black culture throughout the Seattle area. We have a special guest on today, Keisha Wiley. What's going on?
Hi. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. For those who don't know you, talk about yourself, talk about who you are in relation to the Seattle community and just what you got going on right now.
Well, as you guys know, I'm Keisha. I grew up in Seattle, Washington, definitely around the town, went to Franklin High School, Meany Middle School, so definitely been in Seattle my whole life. Mm-hmm. Never actually lived in Seattle. That's another story. But I run a small business called Sweet Like Me. Definitely use it as my side hustle. Also maintain a full-time job. And, I just...
Do you?
Just doing me. Don't bother nobody. Stay in my own lane. So
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Just trying to.
So what got you into baking cakes?
Not to cut you off, didn't it start off as cupcakes?
Well, yeah, but so my dad is a huge baker. So okay. I grew up cooking, baking around the house. I probably learned when I was in 2nd grade. He had me making pound cakes. He had me making spice cake, coconut cake. So my dad is a big home baker. He's a great cook too, not professionally, home top, but he's fire. Definitely learned from him. My mom cooked dinner every night, learned cooking from her. I used to help my grandma out with churches, with events. So every time she would volunteer, I would help cook for the church and make when we do food sales, I would be in the kitchen cooking for that, making pound cakes again. So yeah, I definitely grew up learning how to make basically pound cake, and I just took that and expanded it. My dad would say himself, he would just be like, you took what I taught you to another level, because he doesn't do what I do now, right. He definitely does the basics and knows how to do a little something in the kitchen.
Yeah. So how long has it been a business now? How many years have you been doing it?
It's been a business since I got my business license last year. Okay. I moved to Atlanta and I came back with the thought of going to culinary school. So I came back after moving to Atlanta. My grandma was just like, you should sell, because you're always making cakes for people for free. You're always cooking for people for free. You should think about selling that when you come back here. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's a great idea, because I do it for free anyway. So why not make money off of that?
Right.
So I came back to Seattle in I want to say 2017. I started off doing cupcakes, like Javin said.
Okay.
I was looking back at my notebook last week, and it was literally 200 orders on that notebook written out. Literally, I was slaving in the kitchen. I was doing pop-ups each week, doing different flavor cupcakes, making different flavor, just cupcakes. I was scared of cakes. We're going to talk about that later. But I made a bunch of cupcakes, different flavors, mini pound cakes, sold those. And yeah, been doing that since 2017. I started making actual cakes and decorating in 2018.
Okay.
And then, like I said, 2017 is when I actually started my business page and started selling desserts.
And shout your business page out. How can people find you on your
at Sweet Like Me, SEA. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
So Sweet Like Me, SEA.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yep.
But has anybody asked you to make wedding cakes?
Yes, I had got a couple of offers to make wedding cakes. As I told you, the time frame during COVID, right? Yeah. I just started my business during COVID, so a lot of orders had to get pulled back. I had at least 3 weddings planned during COVID, and because of COVID, everything had to get cut. So that was definitely a pushback. I have done a couple weddings. Again, it's just a learning process, because weddings are another level, and looking at it, you don't really think so. But just me trying to fulfill all these orders, you're trying to feed like 300 people. And it's just like, it's just you in the kitchen. So then you try to get help from other people, but everybody's not going to do it how you would do it initially. So then it's a learning process. So I'm definitely excited for the future, probably do more because I have learned from the past. But I think I've done 2 weddings.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what, like, when did you find that you fell in love with baking?
Let's see. I think I honestly fell in love with baking like back in 5th grade. I remember we were having like a potluck and like a party for our class, and I brought like a lemon pound cake, and everybody smashed it, and I actually made it. So I was like really feeling myself. Like everybody's like, "Oh, Keisha, I want the lemon pound cake." Like I'm always known for my pound cake. Like even in high school,
like they ate it or like
they killed it.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like.
Oh no, they killed it. Like no crumbs were left. Like everything was gone. So like even in high school, I used to bring pound cake, and people would go crazy. I don't eat it, but you know, if you like it, I love it. So
yeah, I need that for sure.
for real.
Sure. And then, so as far as like the process of you baking and stuff, what's your inspiration behind everything?
I feel like my inspiration behind everything, I feel like it changes over the year. So before, I felt like I'm always in like a thing like I'm such a daddy's girl. So it's like I want to make my dad proud. Like I want to like, this is something he taught me, right? So it's just like I just keep like wanting to make him proud, and it's just like that was my inspiration at first, and then I feel like as I get older, it's just more about, I mean, as of right now, I feel like every day I just basically pray and like just pray to God to give me guidance. So right now I'm just like, God, whatever you have planned for me, let me know if bacon's not it, I'll walk away from it. But God keeps giving me a sign that this is where I'm supposed to go. So right now I'm just trusting him as my inspiration for him to guide me and lead me to where I'm supposed to be and where this is going to take me. Right. So
I was going to say, that's funny you say that, because a lot of my prayers as of the past couple of years have just been, you know, let your will be done. It's not even about what I want anymore. It always used to be like, I want this, I want to be here at this time, at this age. And no, not anymore. It's just, you know, God, whatever you have planned for me, I'm going to follow it. Just give me the sign, and I'm going to just, you know, trust you wholeheartedly. So that's dope.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. But what about creatively? Like, so when you're thinking of like an order, like I'm sure a customer would send you like an inspiration or something like that, but like how do you put your own twist on that? Like what's your process as far as that goes?
I mean, my process lately I have started to like draw things out because it's like I want to see it in person. Honestly, it's just more like I'm just in the kitchen, I go for it. Sometimes it'll be like I have these pictures, we gonna see what happens at the end of it. Like we're just gonna pray before it. God, let me know what needs to be done. I'll put cakes together. I had times where I just scraped the whole thing off, started over from scratch, got like 2 hours to spare, like, because I didn't like how it turned out. And it will be the customer's vision, but again, I know like they would rather have a product that looks decent than a product that doesn't even look right together. So there's been times where I had to start over from scratch, where they would just be like, oh, you know, do whatever you want to do. These are the colors I want. And I'll let them know like, hey, this is what this looks like. This didn't turn out right. I want to do this. And they'll be like, go for it. And I'm like, thank you. TikToks, Pinterest. I look at pictures all day. Other local bakers in Washington, look at how they do things. So I definitely I get ideas from a lot of different people and just put it to the test and try it and work it out.
So I love that.
So are you doing all this at home?
Yes.
So do you have plans of like getting your own venue, your own space where you can just go and just, or are you fine doing it just at home?
So no, I don't want to do it at home. Okay. But like my plans are because I have a shed in the backyard that's basically empty now. So what I want to do is I want to turn that shed into a commercial kitchen. And I would like to build that into a commercial kitchen, just so, because if you're not working out of a commercial kitchen, there's certain things that you're not allowed to produce out of your home and sell. Like any fruit fillings, or like cream cheese frosting, whipped cream frosting, anything that needs to be refrigerated. And you have to know like, okay, like anything that's perishable, like fresh fruit. I can't do like fresh strawberries on a cake because you can't really leave that molds. Like you can't really leave that out. So you are limited to what you are able to produce and sell out of your home kitchen. So
do they go over that when you get your food handlers and all that? They let you know what you can and can't have in your, if you're making stuff out of your home, or you just have to look that up yourself, kind of? Okay.
they do not let you know that right away. You have to do your research because it's a thing called the cottage food laws in Washington State.
Cottage food laws.
So you need that permit in order to sell baked goods out of your home kitchen, because you have to make sure that you have the proper tools like sanitation and everything else in order to produce and sell out of your home kitchen. They want to make sure everything's clean. You have a proper sink where you can wash things, dishwasher, sanitize. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but they're detailed. So they tell you what you need to know. But other than that, no, business license, food handlers, they tell you how to handle food. So it's just so like you can like serve food. But other than that, they don't really give any details.
You made a cake for Nika recently,
I was just finna say that. Go ahead.
The red velvet. Hey,
Oh
that
my
was
God,
busted
that was
down,
fire.
yo.
I was just gonna give you your flowers.
Oh my God, that was so. She was kind of hot because we didn't
Oh,
know.
she messaged me.
Well, yeah. So we didn't know that cake was supposed to be like hers personally.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, I'm
waxed
busting that down.
Yeah, we
I'm
waxed
sorry.
it. It was gone.
That,
She was
that
like,
was fire.
and I felt bad because I got the last piece, but me not knowing that was hers, I'm walking over and she's like, "Oh, is that the last piece of my cake?" And I looked at her and I was like, my bad. She was like, no, it's okay. Everybody else ate it. It's all right. I'll just talk to Keisha. I was like, yeah, my bad, because I'm still gonna eat this, but my bad.
Right. When I got her
came up
message,
to me,
it was
she
too
came up to me
down.
later in the day. She was like, "Yeah, man."
It was
Like,
too
no, I'm playing. I'm
buzzed.
playing.
She's
It
so
was
sweet
too
because
buzzed
I
down.
would have been scrapping for some.
I felt so bad. I was like, dang. I was like, Javin just hit me too. I'm like, dang. He over here talking about the cake and you didn't even get none. I'm
Wait,
like,
did you
Yeah.
make the
Try
cupcakes
it?
too?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are.
She didn't get to try it.
No. I know.
Man.
And that happens
She
so often.
blessed
So
you for real.
no, but that was a learning lesson for me, because I feel like that happens so often. Like there's so many times where I have got messages from people like, "Hey, everybody loved it. Unfortunately, I didn't get a slice." So like what that makes me feel like is like I should just include like a personal for like who the party's for
Right.
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
side,
that
so
makes
that they
sense.
can have theirs for later, and then the party as well, just kind of like an add-on gift, because people are spending their money, their time, so it's just kind of like they're supporting me, so I
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're able to enjoy my treat. So that's a learning lesson that has happened a lot of times, so that's something that I've been considering as well.
What are some of your price points for the audience and the people at home watching? Because I got birthdays coming up, family events coming up, and I'm gonna put in some orders. So, and for the audience to know what can they expect when they shop with Keish?
I feel like it changes because
Sliding scale kind of thing, depending
everything changes prices outside, like Costco, Safeway.
Right.
Ingredients go up and down.
Right.
For custom cake orders, most of my custom cakes start at about $150.
Gotcha.
It's like the starting price. And it goes up depending on what size you would like and what toppings you would like to have added on. Cupcakes run about per dozen. I would say I only charge like about $30 per dozen, and like $35 for specialty flavors. So it just honestly depends on what you want. I do have something that I would like to work on, what I'd like to put out that I've been talking about for years, but
Go ahead.
life happens. I want to start doing jar cakes so that people can enjoy it individually.
Jar cakes?
Yeah.
Like in a jar?
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
That's
like
fire.
I done it already, but I never went full force. So like my idea is kind of like co-zoned, where you have like flavors you can like put together, but in
Oh,
a
yeah, I know
jar
exactly
of
what you're
cake
talking about.
and mix like flavors, and then you can enjoy it right away.
I'm gonna have to look
So-
that up. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
on
like-
the Insta. I seen it last night. I was like, oh yeah.
Jar cake.
It's
Okay.
really
Very
cute,
smart.
but it's like convenient. Like you can seal them up, you can freeze them.
Mason jars, right? Like the hard glass. Oh,
No, not the hard glass,
Okay.
plastic throwaways.
I was gonna say because people buying the glass,
It's
that's a
gonna
lot
be
for
very-
you to.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot, that part. But
Yeah.
just like plastic containers, so you can throw away when you're done. You can freeze them, you can keep them for later, and it's something that people can enjoy right away without actually placing a custom cake order. And also, I can ship those. So I want to like get into like the place where I can start shipping orders to people, because I have a lot of people that don't live in Washington State.
So you bring them to the events. You bring your cakes and cupcakes to the events. Because I was gonna ask, like, how do you deliver when people put in orders?
If people ask for delivery, I do deliver. Mainly, I've been doing a lot of pickups because, like I said, it's a lot going on right now. But people ask for delivery, I do deliver. My car has to be air conditioned on code because you want to make sure
Ooh,
you
I didn't
keep the
even think about
cakes
that.
cool. I use my trunk, empty out my trunk, make sure flat surface.
Stabilize, yeah.
Yep, I have the non-slip paper, the little pads, so that it doesn't slide
Oh,
around
she's
while I'm
prepared. She
driving.
ain't playing.
And I have to go like 20 miles per hour.
Right,
So,
right. Take the back streets and everything.
yeah.
So have you ever had an order that like messed up on the way or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a learning experience.
What's that been like?
that?
You driving and cake fall over or something?
Ooh, my gosh, it's like
my
the worst.
God.
So like when I first started out, like I love my friends because I used to literally call my friends like stressing out. Like I'll be on my way to deliver a
Yeah.
cake and I'm like stressing out because in the beginning I'm learning. I don't really know what I'm doing. I didn't want to start cake decorating. But I was just like, people were like, they wanted it. So I was like, okay, I got to give the people what they want. It was just like this cake, my first tall tier, it was like unstable. Didn't know it needed to be stabilized. It was a lot of layers. I think it was like 6 layers. And my layers are a little bit thicker than a lot of other people, so it's not super thin.
Yeah.
But driving whipped cream frosting. Whipped
So
cream
melty.
frosting. So it's like already not the buttercream where it's solid and holds everything together. It's whipped
Right.
cream. Yeah, it teared off. I was heading to work. I worked at the time at Nordstrom in Bellevue. Person was coming to pick up the cake from Bellevue. I opened it out the fridge and it was just leaning.
Oh, wow.
I had to try to fix it while I was at work. Literally like frosting, like
I bet that's a lot. Like that's nerve wracking.
Yes.
Because you don't want to. You know what you're
Stressed.
putting your name behind this product, and then you present it
Yes.
to the people. Oh man, that's tough.
it sucks. And it wasn't like someone I actually knew.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, that
So
part's worse.
even worse because it's like I don't know this person. This is like what they have left. The cake was fire, right?
I'm sure.
Like,
I already know.
it was fire. The taste was there,
Bust
but it
down.
was just like the quality and presentation wasn't there. And it was a very hot day. So I knew like once they put it back in their car, I told them like they had to be careful, but I just had a feeling like there's no way like they were able to get to like point B without it messing up. I mean, they didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything like if it messed up again, so I still don't know. So, but yeah, before I was able to fix it, able to get it together, but I just felt like it wasn't what I wanted in the beginning. Like it was very nerve-wracking. I'm very hard on myself too, so I'm like my
I feel that.
worst critic.
I feel that.
My dad might be before me, but I feel like I'm worse.
Daddy's girl. Yeah.
So, I mean, I would assume that's the most frustrating part, but are there anything or any other things that are frustrating about like being in this business? And then also what's like the most fulfilling part about it?
There's a lot of frustrating things.
Good question.
Actually.
Good question. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the most frustrating thing is basically the baking process. I feel like you have it down, like you want to be able to go based off of memory, but anytime I do that, I always mess up. You have like 1,000 things going on. You will miss one ingredient. If the cake doesn't rise correctly, you have to start all over. You have to throw everything out. If you miss one ingredient and you're not sure, because there's no way to like guarantee. It's not like cooking. Like you can look in there like, okay, I'm gonna throw that in later. No.
And a dash of Tabasco.
Once
you
the
know.
batter's in there, it's in there and
Yeah.
it rises. You don't know what's gonna happen after that. I would say a little bit like, okay, so I have had times where I make very soft, moist cakes. I stack them, they get so heavy and they flatten out. And it's just like the learning, that's so frustrating to me because I'm like, you want the cake to be fresh, you want it to be moist, but again, you're not really able to decorate it great, or if the cake's too warm, the buttercream will melt. So patience, a lot of patience. You got to let things cool down. You have to put it in the fridge, let it chill, start over again. It's just learning patience and having enough time for those mistakes because yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes in my lifetime.
And that's how you learn, though.
So
you gotta
yeah,
make those
no,
mistakes.
it's been a learning process for
Yeah.
all of them.
So do you take last minute orders? Because I know you be having orders stacked up. Do you charge extra fees for that person if they need it? Like, I need this like this next day, these next
2
few
days, yeah, something like that.
So
Do you do those?
That's a lot on you.
No, I probably done it like one time. I'm horrible at charging people. If I could do it for free for everybody, I would. But I'm learning like this is a business. This is like something that I have to like, I have bills at the end of the day. I have to pay for all these ingredients. I have to pay for like my time. I'm giving so much to this business. I have to learn how to charge extra people for it. So yes, I'm going to start doing extra fees, but I feel like I'm not very advertising that right now. So I don't really add it on to people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I do that, then that's something that should be posted and you should see that right away. Then it's just like a surprise.
So how long does it take you to make these custom orders?
It depends on the size and how custom they are. A lot of times things consider fondant, and then like that's like a whole process that you have to do a couple of days before so it can harden. But I would say like probably like a standard buttercream cake for me will take at least like a good 5 hours. But I'm, like I said, this is my side hustle, so like I only have a couple hours to do certain things, so I would literally be up all night, like 24 hours, maybe even 48 hours trying to get these orders right, because it's like I have to run to the store, you know, I ran out of this messed up, we have to start over. So sometimes it can end up taking like 10 hours.
Do you have enough counter space for all this too? Because like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
When I used to live with my parents, they used to hate it, and now that they're not there, no, they are so happy.
look
Right, because it's like you have to do dishes after. I'm not even
that,
including that in there, and it's like you have to clean your kitchen, you have to put
you
everything
got dishwasher
back
you
up.
wash by hand?
I wash everything by hand. I
Okay,
put some things in the dishwasher, but like my cake pans by hand, because the dishwasher will. I know. It sucks. Like there's been times where like my sister surprised me and helped me out with the washing dishes.
Shout out
And
to sis.
right, it's a struggle.
It's
like
you need you an assistant.
and then no, and then it's like I want to have a life too, and I'm like I be going out looking a hot mess. I'm like, Lord.
Well, you look good today, so it's all good.
You know, still forgot the earrings. Look, still messing up somewhere, but thank you.
It's all good.
But it's really hard to like maintain the business, try to have a social life, and live every day.
Yeah.
You know, look decent, keep
how
it
do you
together.
doing all that, like how do you maintain like a balance and your mental health during all of this? Because I can't imagine how it must be like overwhelming.
Prayer. I have a lot of great friends who hear me complain. Past relationships who helped me a lot, like going to the stores for me, like, you know, being my assistant, like you said, like they're helping me. And yeah, God, literally, there's been times where I have literally had a complete breakdown in the middle of the kitchen, went downstairs, prayed, and then came back and still finish out. There's times where it's like I got in bed, laid down, took a second, and got back out and just finished. Like it's
Take a little time out. Yeah.
I have to take a lot of time outs because it's very hard. It's very mentally, like when you're so hard on yourself, especially I'm very hard on myself. Like I still don't feel like I'm at a position to like go to, like, people believe in me more than I believe in myself. And I feel like that gives me motivation to keep going, because it's like, okay, if you guys see this in me, why can't I see it? Like, I just need to, you know, I'm just being too hard on myself.
Right.
And then, like I said, a lot of prayer.
How do you think you can alleviate some of that pressure you put on yourself? Because if people are telling you, hey, this is dope, this is good, like we just was telling you, this is fire, like that cake was bomb,
I might need another
like
one.
is it just like, what's your love language? Because is it the words of affirmation, you know, that might relieve some of that stress, or maybe somebody gave you a gift and was like, hey, thanks for not just money, but you know, like a gift that maybe you kind of want to cater to you so you can relieve some of that stress of, I'm so hard on myself, you know?
I feel like it's my family, honestly. Like I said, daddy's girl, he taught me. I know that if he gives me confirmation, I know it's great, because he ain't gonna lie to me. He ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. If he don't like nothing, there was a time we went to a party. I got a message next morning, the cake was dry. I'm very disappointed. I got up the next morning, made another cake, dropped it off to him. Like, let's start over there. Like, let me know how this tastes.
But
like, let me redeem myself, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, I need that. Like, I need feedback, because I don't know.
Right,
you know,
right.
I really don't know. And it's like, once it gets to you, I can't taste it. I put it together. I don't really know what's going on. I could have messed up on a step and I didn't even realize, and I need to fix that. I need to correct that. We need to start over. So, I just feel like it's just learning time management as well. I feel like a lot of times I don't give myself enough time for this. So that stresses me out even more. So learning how to like allow myself more time, like maybe finish the night before, so then the next day I'm not stressing out, that would help me a lot.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was just gonna ask you. Are you making these cakes the day of, the day before? You know, so you just answered it.
When you get an order placed, how soon do you respond to that order being placed?
I always say allow 72 hours, but of course life happens sometimes depending on when the order is placed. On weekends is usually when I do the order. So if you request it on the weekend, on a Friday, probably not going to get back to you till next week, because I'm literally like doing cakes all weekend. So I always say allow 72 hours for me to respond. And then if I don't, sometimes I don't see it, please reach out again. Like a lot of people do it through my business page. I really don't get notification on my business page. That's why I have my website so that you can like place the order, place a custom order, or text me if it's like something last minute so that I can know. Because like I'll take an order like 2 days before if I have everything I need and I'm not doing that or have anything planned those days. I would definitely do it. But
you have an email for your business?
Yeah.
Email? So can people reach out to you on there too?
Yeah.
What's your business email?
It's sweetlikeme@gmail.com.
Okay.
And are you writing these, like, do you got a calendar where you just like write orders out so it can keep you?
Yeah, I have a planner.
Oh yeah.
I made a mistake one time and got my days mixed up. Woke up the morning of, someone's texting me like, oh, I'm about to pick up my cake. Literally had to run to the grocery store, get a box cake, put that stuff together real quick, decorated it real quick.
Have they already paid you?
Yeah. But it was literally like my
nerve-wracking.
sister's best friend. She's probably going to laugh if she watched it. It was my sister's best friend. So it was for a baby shower. And I was just so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Overslept. I was up making a different cake the night before. But we put that together.
People
I dropped it
appreciate
off.
that transparency too, that you were just like, yo, sorry that I overslept or whatever. I forgot. Because like if you don't tell them, they'll probably be more pissed.
Exactly. And like there's been times where someone was outside my house like, oh, I'm here to pick up my order. I'm like, oh, hey. What time you need it? I'm gonna get it there. Like I'm gonna drop it off. Like now I gotta go the extra mile and get that to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. Learning experience.
I saw on the business page you made a cake of our dear friend Lewis Collins, rest in peace. I think it says rest in peace Lewis and happy birthday. Obviously it was his birthday, but was that cake given to the family or?
So John reached out to me. He was telling me like how him and Lewis used to always talk about my cakes. They always used to like, talk about my orders and like they would really appreciate it if I made his birthday cake, which of course, like that was a time I think I was like taking time off around that time. And I said I was doing no more cake orders, but I was like, I have to do this, especially for Lewis. So I went ahead, they threw him like a birthday celebration at Langston Hughes. So they had like food, performances, like just a celebration event. So I went ahead and just gifted them the cake. John, of course, wanted to pay for it, but I was just like, no, this is a gift for you because like at the end of the day, like that was tragic. And that was something that was very dear to my heart that I felt like needed to be done. But
Definitely.
I was more than happy to do that cake.
Yeah.
I was very excited the fact that he sent me that message because I'm like, I would love to. Like, there's no questions. Like, yes, I'm gonna get it done. Don't worry. Like, we got it.
I saw that and got excited. I was like, wow, man, she's making cakes with, like representing friends and stuff like that. Like that was dope of you to do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I was very excited.
For the audience, how do you accept payments? If they want to buy.
Everything's on the invoice. Debit card is through the Square app.
Is that new?
Square?
Yeah.
No, that's like a lot of people run their businesses from
I
Square.
just now starting to see
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, but they do everything for you. So all you gotta do is create the invoice. I will send you
Okay.
the invoice, and then you can make payments directly. Some people ask me if they can pay like Cash App, Zelle. I accept that as well. I'm very flexible, so.
What's your Cash App tag or whatever, so people can?
Money sign, capital L, Lakeisha. So it's LAKEISHA, capital W, Wiley, ILEY.
Got it. Also, I want to ask, do you make vegan cakes?
No, not
Is
yet.
that okay? I was gonna say, is it hard to make? But you said you don't make them.
No, I don't.
That's a good question.
That's something. It's not like it's hard to make, but cost wise, you have to buy the ingredients for it, and so that's gonna be definitely an investment because I'm gonna have to play around with it and try to figure it out because I have never made a vegan cake before. So it just comes to a time when I have time to kind of like explore because usually when I try new things, it's just like try new things. Now I'm stressed out because I never made this before and it didn't turn out how I wanted to.
Yeah.
So it's about finding time just to kind of like build my craft, which I'm going to do. Find time, build my craft. So yeah, I do plan to start doing like at least 2 vegan options because that's very big right now. But
No, it's really
until
big.
then,
Those kind of products are on the market, so that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Just because I personally don't
Me neither.
cakes.
But,
But I know people there that are out there who do. So.
we love the money, so
Yeah.
where the money's at, we gonna get there.
Yeah. Go get it.
So, you're talking about your harshest critic and everything. What, outside of that, what is your definition of success?
To me, the definition of success is being able, for me, to be at peace.
Yeah.
My definition of success is like me, like doing the order, not freaking out, have everything in place, don't have to run to the store, don't have to go nowhere. Like I could stay home, finish everything at once, go to sleep on time, wake up, get dressed,
Sounds
do my
great.
makeup, do my hair, deliver it. Like that's success to me. Like when I'm able to just like feel free and just be able to be like, oh, here you go, here's your order, and I can go about my day. Like I ain't gotta go home like, oh my God, now I gotta clean the kitchen, I gotta do this. That would be success.
Yeah.
So
Would
I
you
don't know if
want your
that's
shop
realistic.
or your own shop
but-
one day or something like that?
Yeah. I do have ideas that I would like and I see myself going in the future. I do feel like Washington, I feel like compared to a lot of states, I feel like Washington lacks a good cake supply store. Right? So I live all the way in Kent. I used to drive all the way to Roosevelt
Damn.
for cake orders. Kent, Des Moines, so you're in Federway. I'm
Yeah.
like right in front of you.
Yeah.
Kent, Des Moines, I meant Roosevelt. So I would drive all the way out there past UW. I'm going all the way out there just to get cake supplies, right? Because
Damn.
I need it last minute.
That's crazy.
I didn't have time to order. So I'm using all this gas, waking up early in the morning, like in the beginning. That was like the only cake supply store that we have besides Michael's and Joann's, which they don't carry quality things that I need. So what I would like to do is have like a storefront where I like supply cake supplies, and then like also have like in the back like a commercial kitchen where I can still do like custom cake orders.
That's dope.
So that's the idea for me right now. That's something that I'm very looking into actively. I need to get my reseller permit so that I'm able to like stock up and resell things, but start that of course from home and then expand out hopefully and get my own place to do that storefront, and then still be able to do custom cakes, classes, and offer a lot of different things. Because I feel like in Washington we have a lot of home cake decorators, cake businesses, a lot of people who are in this business right now, and I feel like they probably have the same problem I have. So it would be nice to do that.
Outside of your pops, I know you talk about being a daddy's girl and being your own harshest critic, and probably you are probably also your own biggest fan too. But I was gonna ask, do you have any kind of mentorship? Anybody else who's in this industry or in this business who could help you out with getting sponsors or manifesting some of those dreams you have and kind of guiding you to maybe I'm just saying maybe there is a cake supply store that maybe you don't know of, and just kind of guiding you and mentoring you in the industry that you're in?
So there's so many people who could do that, but I'm the type of person where it's just like I have so much going on.
Right.
I just like I don't really have the time
Figure it out
to give that time to someone else. Like I barely have time to pour into myself or my friends.
Right.
So yeah, I have a lot of great dope friends. They're not in the same business as me, but I have a lot of dope friends that are creatives and in different lanes, and they they throw out ideas to me all the time, and like we bounce off of each other sometimes. But that's something that would be amazing. That would be great. But I kind of bounce off of people that are like I know that run successful businesses or who's good at stuff like that. Like I have a cousin in Alabama, Teray Calloway. He's great. He definitely be on me.
Yeah,
like I would talk to him about business, and he would just tell me like, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to set up. Like when I was got my business license, he helped me out with that. I have a dad. He runs his own business.
Yeah.
Next is building services. Shout out to them if you need commercial cleaning.
Shout them out. Yeah. What's their name and everything?
Nexus Building Services. You need a job, hit them up as well. Black owned business in Kirkland, Washington.
Shout them out. Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of talk to people that I know that have their own businesses. I have a cousin that's an accountant. She be helping me out. Like I call her when I need to like file my quarterly taxes. I'm like, how do I do this? Like I'm freaking out. So like I have different people in different areas that help me out, but I kind of use mentorship through Instagram. So
Yeah.
I can say that like I follow other cake, girlies, people who are decorating. They post, content all the time. I'm trying to learn how to do that.
That's where we're at now too. Yeah.
Has anybody ever reached out to you for like that are out of state orders?
Yeah. Funny story. So this lady reached out to me for a cake order. So I'm thinking she's in Washington. I thought she knew I was in Washington. So like she paid like the deposit and everything. The day of getting ready to make the cake. The cakes are already made. Yeah. I just haven't decorated it. We talk about pickup and stuff. She's in Portland, Oregon. Ooh. Yeah, so she wasn't really happy with that one. Yo. But I was just like, I already baked the cakes. It says Seattle. And like, yeah, I should be clear, learning lesson. I should have been clear and been like, hey, I'm located in this area.
How did she
right
find
from the beginning. Facebook.
So
is it on Facebook that shows you? Yeah.
Seattle in the name?
Well,
so Facebook, maybe not. But okay. I think it may be, but maybe not. I think my Facebook wasn't updated at that time. Got it. To that point, because I don't really use Facebook like that. I keep that, family. Hey,
right,
I'm alive. I'm cute. Look at me. All right, bye. But yeah, she was very upset. Told her she couldn't get her deposit back because like I already bought the things for it, and like
that's fair.
Yeah, so I was just like, I do apologize. Maybe I can look into like shipping it, but she was just like upset.
I know in the bio people use the PIN and they put like ATL or SEA so people know, but that was probably early on, right? You didn't,
Yeah.
Learning lesson.
Learning lesson. Yeah. But yeah, I have friends out of state, people who want me to send things. That's why I said like the jar cakes, shippable. So hopefully I can start reaching people in different states and
manifest that.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're gonna transition into and opening up into our segment where we're gonna be playing some games. Roy, if you can hand me that purple box. Killer, I know you got some. Yeah.
Questions. I wish I brought these other deck for you because I feel like it would just. I'm gonna send it to you after this because I feel like
I love the games.
Oh, also
love game night.
You said something about peace of mind being success is like your definition of success. I've had this picture printed out above my room door for like 6 years, and it literally says, "I'm gonna send it to you later." But that's crazy you said that because I was like, damn, I've been thinking like that since 2016 or something. Yeah.
Peaceful mind is a happy mind.
Yeah. Killer, if you want to go first, because these are kind of.
All right.
What is this called?
Okay. So this game that I have, I found it on TikTok. It's called We're Not Really Strangers. Like they post like just random content, but like it just like helps you get deeper with yourself and then the people around you.
Yeah.
So this is the self-reflection version, but okay. So this one, I think this will be good for you to tell yourself. Since you are your harshest critic. What do you need to hear most right
now? I feel like what I need to hear most right now is I love you, pretty much. I feel like, when you give love, it's definitely received and it's easier to give love as well. So, just more people telling me like, oh, they love me. They're proud of me, just like knowing that I feel like is definitely motivating. It's not something I wouldn't say really need, but that's something I want. Because
outside looking in, I'm proud of you and I love you.
Appreciate it.
I was gonna say on 3, if we all could, I love you, Keish.
Yep.
Sound good? 1, 2, 3. We love you, Keish.
Thank you,
that
guys.
was weak, bro. You could have.
My fault. I was reading.
Can we do it again? Ready? 1, 2, 3. We love you, Keish.
Thank you.
Okay, so another one is, what can you do to be kinder towards yourself today?
What can I do? I feel like I can probably have like a little mirror talk like Issa Rae does and Insecure, hype myself up, look at myself in the mirror, tell me, Keisha, you're beautiful, you're amazing, God got you. You don't need anybody else but yourself, and, just speak positive vibes to my life. So.
Okay, this next one is, I want to thank myself for blank.
I want to thank myself for not giving up.
That part.
So it's very easy to give up and to stop. That's the easy way out. When you mess up, it's easy just to like give up and be like, nah, I'm done.
But we ain't no suckers over here though. We're gonna push
we're
through.
Gonna thug it out.
Yeah, we're gonna thug it out.
God got us. So at the end of the day, we're gonna push through and move through the motions.
Have you ever thought like that? Like, man, I don't want to do this.
Yes. Like, that's not. Yes, definitely. think like sometimes I just take like a whole break. And don't really be a break because I don't know how to say no to people. Yeah. But like I might do like 1 cake order, 2 cake orders, but like I'll take like a whole like I need time. Like I need like make my mind right because I'm about to end up hating this.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to get to that point either.
I don't want to get to the point where I hate something that brought me joy at one point. Right. So definitely happy I never gave up.
These cards.
Do you mind, I almost called you Keith. Killer, all the K's.
Okay, this is my last one. I promise.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, you can have more.
Okay. I'm like, okay, we'll read the whole cards. But what are you doubting about yourself currently? Instead, replace it with a positive affirmation to read out loud.
What am I doubting about myself currently? I'm doubting if I'm going to be able to pull through with my idea and finish it to the end, and I'm scared I might get distracted along the way. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to get distracted, and Keisha, you got this. You're going to push through. You're going to be laser focused, write down your plan. No matter if distractions come along, just learn how to maneuver through that. Don't lose sight of the end game here. So
right. I'm not asking because these we're laughing because these cards are just
crazy.
Go ahead.
Some of these are just crazy.
Are you scared?
Huh?
No. So these are some of these cards. So this is Bob in UK. This is like their.
I ain't never heard of that before.
Right.
Nah, it's
Bob in UK, a black conscious card game filled with 160 questions ready to be discussed. But some of them are like funny, but we're not gonna ask you because we're not finna ask you those. But because it's kind of like dating, but then it's like family, but then it's like it's like a mixture of a bunch of different questions.
Got it.
But I know your star sign, but I'm gonna ask for the audience. What is your star sign and how does it show? So first, what is your star sign?
Oh, like my zodiac?
Yeah.
My Sagittarius, you know? Yeah.
We're on fire signs here. We were just talking about that.
Love a Sagittarius.
But it's Leo game.
I feel like, like I said, like I'm hoping I finish it to the end. I get very distracted. I like new things. I like new ideas, So I feel like that shows a lot from my sign. So yeah, I'm always trying to get into the next thing. I get so excited. I want to adventure. I want to like go off. I want to do this. I want to do that. But like I still haven't finished this, and I still got to go back here. But like I want to move forward.
It's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a true Sag for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Give that vibes.
If you had no fear whatsoever, what is the very first thing you would do?
Oh, move.
You would move?
I'll move.
Where'd you move to?
Somewhere down south.
You stay in America?
Huh?
You would stay in America?
Oh yeah.
I'm further. But
I'm scared. Yeah, no. Oh, you say no fears?
Yeah, no
I
fears.
I still would have fears.
Okay.
But I don't think that's really something like I thought of, or like I want to live out of the country. I don't really think I want to. But like down south, like my family's from the South. My family's from Louisiana. I always wanted to be down there, something different. I would say probably like Texas, but
Houston.
I don't know, honestly. I haven't been to only been to Houston, so like I still want to see like Dallas. Right. Yeah. So I mean, if I had no fears, I would just pick up and leave and go down there and have a blast. Honestly, Seattle's a lot. Yeah. It's been a lot lately, so
yeah. What do you think are the main challenges of being a black woman or a black woman with a business at that?
Ooh. So I feel like the challenges are just pretty much putting yourself in those spaces that accept you without people like looking down on you or talking down to you, because like I said, this is my side hustle. So like I have a main job and I have experienced some racist stuff from like my main jobs with, people cussing me out, calling me like a black bee or you stupid black person, or like, since your name's Lakeisha, you know how it feels to like be looked down on or feel like an alien, or just having people judge you in that way without even knowing you completely. So I feel like society has set up for people to believe that that's how black people and black women feel about themselves. Like they're not happy to be in their skin, like they're not happy to go out there and explore the world. So I would just say the main challenges is just feeling like you belong, and feeling like, your stuff is good enough to compete with people of other races and their products and what they're putting out. And like, people would want to support you.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
We definitely want to give you your flowers. So if we could clap it up for Keish real
For
quick.
sure, give me your flowers.
All the stuff you be doing. Some final words. Oh yeah, I forgot this. That's you.
You can do
No,
it.
no, go ahead, bro.
Oh, so is there any final words you want to tell the audience? Like as an encouragement, motivation for other people that are tuning in. You know,
Whenever you doubt yourself, just seek God, pray. Definitely have that alone time. Get on your knees, talk to Him. Have like your own little prayer area that you can like completely just be vulnerable with Him and give Him your heart. Because at the end of the day, when no one else is around for you, you know that God's always going to be there. So definitely push through with that.
And then, can you give the audience your where they can follow you at on social media?
Yeah. So you can follow me on Instagram at sweetlikeMe, SEA. TikTok, I believe it's just Sweet Like Me. It might be Sweet Like Me SEA on TikTok too. Look for both. We're there. You'll see my face on one of the videos because I think business pages and your personal page is kind of hard to maintain. So like you keep it active by just having one. So yeah, and I'm also on Facebook, but I don't really post on there. But you can definitely find me Sweet Like Me on Facebook. So
well, thank you for coming on. And
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
So
That's a
excited.
wrap.